Lush, and I'm here in the Hub Culture Pavilion in Davos. Very pleased to be joined by Brett House. Thanks for coming along.
Thank you for having me.
Senior Fellow at the Center for International Governance Innovation. I got it right.
You did.
Tell me, what are you doing in Davos?
I'm here talking about a proposal that we're working on right now to change the way we deal with sovereign distress. Right now, when countries get into financial trouble, there are a lot of impediments and problems that prevent them from dealing with that financial distress at an early stage when they have multiple options and reduced costs to actually moving forward and dealing with those problems in a proactive way.
So tell me about Greece. They were waiting for a miracle, which I think is a Grateful Dead song, right? But tell me what you would propose to have helped them.
Right. So we're proposing something we're calling a sovereign debt forum, which will provide a standing body to do research on the process of sovereign distress and sovereign bankruptcy, and also will provide a venue for creditors and debtors to come together at an early stage to work on solutions rather than waiting, as you say, hoping there'll be a miracle, that the crisis will pass, and allowing all their options to expire in a way that reduces the value that can be preserved for both the creditor and the debtor alike. We're trying to make sure that we deal with these problems at an earlier stage and produce better results both for citizens and for governments and for bondholders and other creditors.
So just briefly, what are the things that these creditors would come together to help out? Would it be specifically looking at the bonds? What would they be looking at?
Right. Well, what they'd be looking at an initial stage is what are the financial problems that are creating the potentiality that a government will not be able to pay its debt. So, is it structural problems in the economy? Are there fiscal problems in the way the government's budget has been designed? And work on a consensual fashion to either figure out how they can be addressed, or if they're beyond the point where they can be addressed, how we can do some kind of rescheduling or restructuring of debt to allow a country to return to investing in growth and prosperity rather than immiserating austerity that has a huge impact on the well-being of people.
Briefly, and I know it's early days, but what's been the reaction of your proposals?
So far it's been positive. We've been road showing it around Europe over the last few weeks and in Washington, D.C. There are a lot of proposals coming out right now on this issue. Most of them, though, deal with making the process of restructuring after a crisis has already begun a bit smoother. What we're trying to do is prevent the crisis from happening, deal with the problems at an early stage, and make the outcomes better, rather than just organizing the outcomes in a slightly better fashion.
Got it. Brett, thank you so much for stepping off the plane and stepping into the Hub Culture Pavilion here in Davos, and I'm Edie Lush.